I guess sometimes people think they can push me around, but it's easy enough to educate them. Like the Thornridge gang. Thought they could bully me into being some sort of gopher. The first 2 came to find me, I let go minus a few pints and pieces. The next 4? Well, only one of them crawled away at all, and I kept more than my fair share. Of course, you'd have to be an idiot to keep coming at me after a thing like that. So the next 6 I treated real special, enough to make a demon cry. After that, I'd be the idiot if I just left things on course. So I crossed out the whole lot of them. The locals who found the bodies decided the place is cursed. So it makes a choice hideout if you're ever in need. Paws down, the most dangerous beastie in the deep wood is the Durana. And the danger's not just the tentacles or the teeth or the paralytic secretions, neither. It's the temptation, the loss of control. Because Durana pheromones aren't for breeding, they're for feeding. And they affect different folk in different ways. You haven't seen bonkers till you've seen a column of cavalry get swept up in the Durana days. Some going giggly, others going mad. Not a single one looking out for hungry beasties slinking up behind. I don't have to worry though. That stuff only works on bigger prey. So even when one does feel inclined to snatch at me, well, tentacles and teeth only go so far. First thing you need to know about the Durana, they aren't natural. Sure, they breed faster than swamp rabbits. But the first ones were conjured up out of thin air by some wizard. And wizards are morons, so of course the beasties got out of control and ran amok. So now everybody's got to deal with this horrific invasive species that likes to eat grown men for a snack. Though there's some in the pacified lands who think I'm an invasive species. Maybe they're not wrong. When I can figure out how to bait the Durana into Crimwall anyway, I guess we're going to find out. My uncle used to say we'd never have had to leave home if that little goblin lady never showed up selling her magic powder. Crimwall was mostly harmless before they got the black powder. And whether she meant for them to suss out how to make it for themselves or not, point is, they'd never in a jillion years have done it without getting their mitts on it in the first place. Once they got it though, their appetites grew. All their appetites. And any of us living on the lands they wanted had no choice but to surrender, run, or die to make a stand. So we came to the wood Tomokan, the Dark Wood, where they say bad things await all warm bloods that enter. Wasn't always that way, I guess, but it has been the stretch of my life. Used to just be some normal woods, but then the wizard trials came. Some big old wizard schools set them up. Big tests to show off and challenge their rising stars. But nothing's worse in the world than a wizard out to prove something. And they go and gather them all up in one place. Something bad was bound to happen, and it did. So all the normal folk had to leave the Tomokan. All you got left living there now is the outlaw type and those who got no other choice. No sane folk would settle in the Dark Wood now. And of course, while all their little traps and beasties and gym jams are everywhere, there's not a wizard to be found. Who needs them?